Having a strong core and strong glutes is the secret to fixing most back pain problems. And in today's video, I'm going to show you an easy 15-minute routine to help you do just that. If you don't know who I am, my name is Harlow and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And today we're going to be sharing a 15-minute core and glutes workout that's going to help you build strength in those muscles. Now the core is the muscle group that lives around your midriff and keeps your spine stable, and the glutes live at the back of the hip, and they also help with spinal stability, but also your knees and your hip health as well. So having strength in those muscles is vital, and many people get weak in these areas, so having a way to build strength is key. So I'm going to show you the exercises to help you do that in just a moment, but before I show you them, I just wanted to let you know that these exercises are not suitable for everyone. Make sure you get checked out before you give them a try, and if they cause you pain, just avoid them. Anyway, let's have a look at the routine now. So the first exercise we're going to do today is the clam, and we're going to make sure that with all of these exercises we try and work both sides of the body. I'm going to demonstrate on the right hand side just because it's easier for me to show you, but once you've done 3 sets on one side, you can roll over and do 3 sets on the other. So the clam is very simple. You're going to lie down on one side. You're going to tip your body a little bit further forward than feels natural. You can have your head rested on a pillow like this, and I like to have the top hand on the bed just to provide some support to the body. We're going to bring the knees up like this, so we've got a 90-degree angle here and here. We're going to keep the body weight forward. The heels stay together, and then we're just going to lift that top knee up towards the ceiling like a clamshell. Going to hold for a couple of seconds and then pop it back down again. Now you'll see here that I'm not rolling backwards, so I'm keeping my back forwards. Everything stays still apart from the leg, and you'll probably see that I'm not actually able to lift my leg that high up in the air. And that's totally normal. That's actually what we want, because if I was to lift any higher, I'd have to roll back, and that is cheating. So we don't want to break the tension on the muscle by rolling. We're going to keep the body forward, and it's a small movement. And if you're doing this correctly, you should feel the ache just below the belt line here. I'm going to keep repeating for 10 to 15 repetitions in a row until we get that working ache in the buttock. Now, if you don't feel a working ache in the buttock after 10 or 15 repetitions, we're going to try and make this exercise a little bit harder. And the way we do that is by adding a resistance band. So I've got a small resistance band here, and what we're going to do for this is we're going to slip it around both legs like this, just above the knee on both sides. You don't need a huge amount of resistance to make this work, because the exercise gets harder very quickly. So we're going to get ourselves back into the same position. The hand goes flat. We've got 90 degrees, 90 degrees. The heels are going to stay together, and then we're just going to lift that top leg up to the top, hold for a second, and then slowly back down. And again, up, contract, and then back down. You can see that nothing here is moving in my body apart from my top leg, and that's because I'm isolating this glute muscle, and that is how it's going to get stronger. So you're going to keep that movement going. We want to get 10 to 15 repetitions in a row, 3 sets on the right, 3 sets on the left, and then we're going to move on to the next exercise. Take 1 minute's rest in between your sets. The next exercise we're going to do to strengthen the glutes and the core is the bridge. And the bridge is a lovely exercise that activates the core and strengthens the glutes, but you have to get the technique spot on to make it work. So to make it work, you're going to lie on a nice flat surface. I've got my head supported by a pillow, which is fine, especially if you've got neck problems. But if you want to do it the strict way, you can have your head lying flat on the floor. Now have your hands just by your sides like this, with your palms nice and flat. You want your knees bent up as far as you feel comfortable bending them. Then we're just going to start by checking we can lift our toes from the bed, because we want our heels to be the place that we're pushing down through. Now we're going to push down with our back into the bed just to flatten the back down. We're going to lift our toes, push through the heels, lift your pelvis up in the air, stop when you get to a straight line from shoulder to knee, and at the top you're going to squeeze your buttocks together as if you're trying to grab a pencil between them. You're going to hold for a second and then pop it back down. And as soon as we reach the bed, we're going to go again. So we're going to flatten the back, push through the heels and lift. And at the top, squeeze the glutes and hold. And then back down. Again, flatten the back and lift. So we're trying not to rest between repetitions. We rest between sets, but not during the set, if that makes sense. Hold for a second and pop it back down. And ideally, we want to get to 10 to 15 repetitions, and you should have a nice working ache in your buttocks by the time you finish. But if you can't feel anything happening by the time you get to the end of the set, it feels very easy. We want to make this exercise slightly harder. And the way we do that is by adding a resistance band. So this time you're probably going to need a tougher band. So this is a nice tough band that I've got in the clinic here. And what I'm going to do here is just pop my legs inside. And again, we want the band to be resting just above the knees on both sides like this. So we're going to start off by putting a little bit of tension on the band. So just walk your feet out until you've got that tension. We bend the knees up again. Make sure we're pushing through the heels. Push down into the bed here. Hands go flat. Push through the heels and lift, keeping that tension on the band. And at the top of the movement, we want to push out into the band as we squeeze the glutes. You might think that's a weird thing to do, to squeeze in and push out, but actually the glutes are responsible for the squeeze of the buttocks and also abduction of the thighs as well. So it's actually a really good thing for them to be doing both at the same time. You've got to hold for a second, bring it in and down, and then allow it to go flat. And again, we go out, up, and out. Hold at the top, and then in, down, and in. You're going to really feel the glutes activating more when you do it this way. So out, up, and out. Notice I just did that little back flatten at the bottom there just to keep my back stable. And then in, down, and in. I've got a really nice working ache here in the glutes. That's exactly what we're shooting for. We want to be getting 10 or 15 repetitions in a row of this exercise. Have 1 minute's rest. Then repeat 3 sets just like that, and then we can move on to the final exercise. Before we go any further, I just want to tell you about 3 Tip Friday. 3 Tip Friday is my weekly email that I send out to my list, and it features 3 of the most interesting things I found that week. It could be a health tip, it could be a piece of research I'm reading, or it could be a new tool that I've found to be really useful for helping people get more mobile. It's totally free. I just send it out once a week. There's no annoying promos inside, and you can sign up for it by going down below this video and entering your email in the 3 Tip Friday link. The final exercise we're going to do is a fabulous exercise for the core. I call this toe taps, and it's a lovely exercise to get all of the muscles around the middle of your body working really well. So we're going to start in the same position as the bridge, and the first thing we're going to do is just switch that core on by slightly flattening the back down into the bed. And you should feel that these muscles around your tummy have just slightly activated. They've just switched on. So if you poked yourself in the tummy, it feels a little bit harder than if you were fully relaxed. So now we've got that contraction, we're going to hold it as we lift one leg up like this, and then keep the contraction on as we lift the other leg up as well. So this is our true starting position, and already you should be able to feel your tummy muscles just gently having to switch on. Now once you're holding this position here, the next thing we're going to do is just slowly drop one leg down without moving anything else to touch the toe on the ground, and then lift it back up. So we're not weight bearing through the toe, we're just touching it. So it drops down slowly, 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 touch the bed and back up. Now with this exercise, we're going for slow movements. They should be controlled throughout. We're not going for number of repetitions. What we're really interested in is what we call time under tension. So it's the amount of time we spend doing the exercise, not how many reps we do. So it's a really slow movement, and you should feel now that your tummy is having to work a little bit harder to keep your back flat. Now I've probably only done about 5 repetitions here, but already I can feel my abs are having to contract harder and harder to keep my back flat as they get a little bit fatigued. So even if you're quite strong in your abdominals, this exercise is usually enough to get things working, provided you do it slowly enough. Now, your cue to stop this exercise is when you feel you can't keep your back flat anymore, and this starts to happen, so your back lifts up like this, or you feel that your hip flexors are starting to take over the movement. So when they take over, that's a sign to stop. You've done enough. You're going to rest for a minute and then repeat that process 3 times over. And that should be an easy 15-minute workout that you can do for your glutes and your core to fix a lot of problems down here in the hips and the back and make you healthier as a result. So that's a great 15-minute core and glute strength routine. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, do drop a comment below and let me know how you got on. And if you want to get more from me, you can pick up a copy of my book. It's called Thriving Beyond 50 and you can find it on Amazon using the link below. It's got loads more exercises like the ones in this program inside. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and I'll speak to you on the next video.